Okay, we're out here working on the latch. We are going to go with the 69 latch on the right side. I thought about it and thought about it and thought about it. Why not? That'd be cool. Car has a bunch of different years, so let's leave it that way. Basically what I did was, this latch was pretty clean. You guys know that I cleaned off the old grease. All the areas that have friction against them, like these things that rub, I put a little grease in them. And then all the other areas, I put oil on it, which makes the grease a little bit of a slurry. So we'll let this thing drip out for a while, but it works mint. Everything is working mint on it. So I don't know if I just got grease on the lens. But this right here is your key lock. Whoops, the screwdriver doesn't quite fit in there. There you go. Nice and easy. And then your handle to release everything over here. So, like I said, we'll let I'm going to hold it like this, let the oils run out. I don't care if the oils drip inside the door. I don't want them running down the face of the door. So we'll let this drip a little bit. I cleaned the striker. Striker's all good to go. I got the original shims. So nothing's changed on how far back the door sits. So that's good, and we know we got the key, the new key. So now I got to sit here and cut out the gaskets for the door handle. And we should be able to latch the side up and get that buttoned up today. Okay, basically on the window regulator, has a rub line there. So I cleaned the rub line with a Scotch-Brite pad and put a little grease on it. The little thing on the end rides on a bushing. So I cleaned out the old grease and re-lubricated that, and that spins nice and free. Okay, put a couple of drops of oil down in the shaft here and on the bushing on the back side, so that works mint. The shaft that this thing actually rides on, the arm, I put a couple of drops of oil on there. I had cleaned out the grease that's in this, I don't know, I'm going to call it a clock spring. I don't know what they would call this circular spring. And basically when you crank it one direction, the spring gets bigger, obviously, and the grooves get wider. So I packed it all the way until it was coming out the bottom, like doing a wheel bearing. Cranked it back once or twice and wiped off the excess. So now when the spring goes and it slides amongst itself, it's on nice wheel bearing grease again, and the thing works mint, but it always did, so. Okay, so we got the latch clean, greased, oiled. That's clean. Lock cylinder's new. Did the complete window regulator, and also lubricated the arms for the release. Okay, still already working. Got the window frame on. Chipped up the bolts. But I think what I'll do is I'll pull the bolts out one at a time, repaint them. Or, I actually only have 4 painted bolts. What I might do is I might just sand them, put them on the car, and just sit there and touch them up. I found the best way to ever use touch-up paint is with either like a torn match or a paper towel rather than a brush. So that's probably what I'm going to do to paint the bolts. You can see I chipped these bad boys up. That one worked out okay. So the 2 front bolts didn't chip, only these did. But the back bolts, different than the front bolts, because the back bolts are very short. Front bolts are long. Because the back bolts have to clear the run channel. Run channel actually has a hole cut in it. So the glass. So, but we're good. Got the there you go, got the gap right. So got the car on its dollies. I serviced these dollies. I lubed every bushing and the rollers because they were getting harder and harder to move. Now they just spin around and go like they used to. I do that every once in a while, send me a jack. So now I can roll the car to the other side and work on the other door.